This is your #1 anime, gaming, and Dragon Ball channel on YouTube. Yes, the name is Perfection, and today is a very special day because this is the start of my new video series called Tournament of Power Characters That We Want in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So it's very simple and to the point. This is going to be a video series highlighting and detailing the characters that we want from the Tournament of Power. Now, what inspired this series is the appearance of Jiren and Ultra Instinct Goku in DLC Pack 6 for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, set to come out sometime February or after February. But what really got me to thinking is that if Dimps is picking out Jiren Ultra Instinct Goku from the Tournament of Power, this might potentially mean that there are more DLC packs down the line, and maybe I want to nudge them and guide them in the right direction to pick out characters from each universe that we would want featured in the game, because obviously we're not getting all 80 characters that were in the Tournament of Power, but we want to prioritize the top characters for each universe that we want featured. Now, the rules that I've set in place for this series is simple. I'm going to be picking out at least five characters from each universe, because I feel like 5 from each universe is a healthy number. And I'm talking about the fighters. I'm not even talking about the angels or the gods of destruction or the Kais. I'm just talking about the 5 fighters that participated in the Tournament of Power. Not only that, I'm going to be looking at if they have enough moves, or do they have a theme or a gimmick that Dimps can base moves off of really easily, you know, accessibility to the developers. I'm going to be picking them based upon design. Like, do they look good enough? Would the community actually want to play this character if they were featured in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? And I'm going to be looking at story importance, and would the community notice if this character was missing in a Tournament of Power DLC story. So these are all the criteria that I've set in place. Let's get right into it. The first universe we're going to be taking a look at is the much sought after Universe 11. These characters are very important to the Tournament of Power, and this universe is very important in the Tournament of Power, and the community loves the Pride Troopers. So the first character that we would have been talking about is Jiren, but he's already featured. He's already going to be in Xenoverse 2 and DLC Pack 6, and I've already done an extensive video on him, which will be linked in the comment section below. I've already gone over his moves, his voice actor, everything about him that would need to be featured in Xenoverse 2. So the first official member of the Pride Troopers we're going to be talking about is the strongest female character in the Tournament of Power, Cocotte. Now, I might be mispronouncing that. There hasn't been an official pronunciation released or anything, but Cocotte is the purple woman that can generate barriers. She is very crucial in this Tournament of Power, and she is very, very thick. Just thick, just capital THICC, thick. And she's I just really like this character. She was such a prominent and strong, inspiring female character, and I could really see her working in Xenoverse 2, just generating barriers or area of effect combos. I can really, the move set that I see for her is just really a lot of kicks, because she just, the thickness, look, those hips, those legs, that she could just throw devastating kicks if they wanted to make a fighting style for her. Also, her move set practically makes itself. I could see her barriers sort of being like a Evil Eyes, or a what's that Vegeta move, Dirty Fireworks, which I don't think they call it Dirty Fireworks in this game. They call it Flash Strike. I can see her moves sort of locking on to the opponent at any point of the map and locking them in place or doing damage, you know, being really good at knockaway combos. Up close, she would just be a really good martial artist, and these are a lot of reasons why she should be featured. I mean, she's part of the Pride Troopers, and if you were going to pick out 5 members of the Pride Troopers, she definitely deserves to be one of them. So the next character we're going to be talking about is Casserole. Casserole is I don't think he's the actual leader. I think he's the lieutenant of the Pride Troopers, and he really does have a somewhat interesting move set. He's one of the few characters in the franchise that can use a keyblade, or a key saw maneuver in this series where you just generate your key into a blade on your hand. this could be really interesting because that was most of his fighting style. So I can see him working like a duelist, like he would just jab you with his different blows, sort of like Zamasu, how he works in the game, but maybe Casserole would have a little bit more range on his blade. And he's really a fun and unique character for the Pride Troopers. He has a interesting design with his red eye looking like that one character from Mortal Kombat. What's his name? I know him by looks, but you get who I'm talking about. Casserole, definitely a member of the Pride Troopers if I had to pick out 5 members. So at this point we have Jiren, Cocotte, Casserole, and the next character is obviously going to be Toppo. Toppo, I think he's an automatic in. I don't think you could have a Pride Trooper set without Toppo. Toppo is a large member of the Pride Troopers. He has a mustache. He's almost in the game already. You know, we have his mustache in the game. We have technically his suit, but really Jiren's suit in the game. I think he's just an automatic in. Now I see him working like somewhat of a, I won't say a sumo wrestler. I see him having like sumo wrestler, I don't know, chops or palm strikes in his combos that would be like heavy stuns. So maybe somewhere in his combos he would just start pushing the enemy back with just palm strikes in their chest, and maybe you can cancel it and go into a stamina break. I can see him having Justice Flash as a super technique, which I think every Pride Trooper knows Justice Flash. That's not really been stated, but it just seems like since him and Dyspo and presumably Jiren know Justice Flash, that's just an easy technique that everyone gets. So he hasn't really shown a ultimate technique, none that I've seen, but I can think that Dimps would just come up with something for him. Maybe a strike ultimate, since he doesn't have a quote-unquote ultimate technique yet in the series. His voice actor, I can just imagine him sounding like an old man to some degree. What voice actor? Because he's comedic, he's somewhat comedic. Jiren is the serious one. Toppo is a little bit more on the comedic side. He's sort of like a Great Saiyaman-esque character or esque character. So definitely Toppo to be featured on a Pride Trooper set, on a Universe 11 set. Now the final character that we're going to be going over is Dyspo. Dyspo is the speedster. He knows Justice Flash, Justice Kick. He's the one who utilizes Justice Kick, and nobody else does on the Pride Troopers. So he has a unique move. He can move beyond the speed of light, so that's very easy to work with. So I can see him sort of being like the birder of the Pride Troopers of Universe 11. So he would be a high speed character that would have different strike moves. He would obviously have the Key Blast move in Justice Flash, and I think he would be easy to make a ultimate for, because he would just speed around the character with multiple strikes. So I think Dimps could easily work with Dyspo. Plus Dyspo's design, he looks like the same race of character as Beerus and Champa, so that's already making him a very strong and favorable choice for this lineup of Pride Troopers. So this has been Universe 11. All these characters should be featured in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. They all have a distinct and honorable reason to be on this list. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you like the choices that I came up with? Because I think it's really simple and easy to pick out these characters for Universe 11, because these are the characters that had the most personality, they had the most story importance. Each of them had a major battle in the series, so it's very easy to see that these 5 characters should be featured for Universe 11. Again, Jiren is already in the game. I think it would only be fair if the other Pride Troopers down the line got featured in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Of course, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I've been your perfect being and the #1 anime, gaming, and Dragon Ball channel on YouTube. Yes, the name is Perfection. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to become a true perfectionist and show your love and become a part of the #1 channel. I will see you in the next video.